Trusted Signals.
What up, Trusted Signals, and welcome back to our channel. Again, I had some technical difficulties. I know I said I was going to start at 6 o'clock and it's 6:19. I'm getting used to doing this live stream and having the tools set up correctly. But we're here, and today we're going to go over AMA, which is basically Ask Me Anything. You can ask me anything. I hope you guys are prepared. I hope you guys wrote down your questions, and we could go ahead and dive into this and let me know, what is it you're thinking about? What are the questions you have? And any questions about Trusted Signals and how to properly use our tools. Let's go ahead and dive into this. All right, so here I have US 30 pulled up. I'm going to go ahead and get YouTube on my phone so that way I could see what questions you guys are asking and any way that I can help for you people to understand a better way to use our tools. And again, thank you so much for everyone being a part of this Trusted Signals family. We are in here and we're taking over. On the last live stream, we had golden gems. We had a couple of signals and analysis that I put on the live stream that went into profit throughout the week. I hope you guys were able to catch those pips and catch those moves. Let me go ahead and see the live stream that's going on here. 1 second. Looks like I'm having some trouble with this. I might have to actually change this to here to see the questions. Okay. Hope you book your profits, sir. I catch those moves. Asmat, shout out Asmat. You're the one that caught some of the pips. Ghazi, what's up, Ghazi? Thank you for coming to the channel. Is there any questions that you guys might have or thinking of? I'll put the comments right here on the side so that way I could stay up to date to any questions that are coming on your way. Let me see. This is coming here. Any questions? Any questions from Trusted Signals using the tools? I'll be glad to answer them right now. Maybe we don't have enough people. Remember my last video, Ask Free Signals? Yes, I do, Asmat. I do remember, and I hope you were able to collect some pips on the EU trade. So if you're there with me catching those pips, let's go. Let me see. Sir, give a signal for 100% sure for Bitcoin for 20 minutes. So this is not a weekly analysis report. We are answering questions. So any questions you might have about our tools, any questions that you're thinking of, I did announce on the last live stream that I was going to do an AMA Ask Me Anything. Sir, you should do about dynamic TP. So this is something we're going to talk about at the end. We do have a new update that's coming. So stick around for the end of this live stream, and I'm going to tell you exactly when the new indicator and the dynamic take profit is going to release. Abraham, what's up, Abraham? You recommend the best settings for BTC. All right, let's go ahead and do the recommendation for BTC. I like that question. So let's go in here, find BTC. And go through it. I'm going to show you step by step how to come up with the best settings. BTC. This is something that I do, and I consider this for finding the best settings, you should be able to open each chart and start adjusting the settings accordingly until you find that the buy and sell signals come at the best moment. So here we're at the 5 minute. Let's go ahead. Started the 4 hour. Okay. So going into the settings. Sometimes this freezes here. I guess because I'm live streaming, I have a lot of things running at once. I got the display in the back, so maybe it's having some issues with clicking the settings. 1 second. There it is. All right, let's go. So pulling this to the side here and start adjusting with the settings and find the best reactivity point where the signals are the most precise. Remember, when you're going down, more signals are going to show. So I had the reactivity around 2, and this is how you're gonna, let's see, I got a question here. Yes. Awesome. We're gonna have more people on the Discord, everybody active. So you're gonna go ahead and do the reactivity, adjust the reactivity until you find the best settings. So this is what I do. I like to keep it around 2.2 and the depth as low as possible. Why? Because the lower the depth, the faster the alerts come in. You want them to be as fast as possible. I don't want to put them too high on the reactivity, because if you notice, when I put the reactivity high, the signals are going to move and come a little later. So you saw the sell signal just moved and came in a little later. So I wanted around 2.2 for BTC. Watch how it moves. Boom. Now you have the sell signal coming in earlier, closer to the lower high, and the depth, I have it, but for BTC I'll have it around 2 and even 1. All right, okay, I got it caught up on a whole bunch of different questions. Can you illustrate a recent trade using scalper tool? I have a video that I posted on YouTube using the scalp tool. I highly recommend you guys use that. Look at that video. I break down step by step. But let's go ahead and turn on the scalping tool. Where are we? All right. First, you're going to go to indicators. And, of course, I have them all favorited. We have the Doji Scalper and the Scalper. So which one are you talking about? You didn't specify. Okay. You didn't specify. So I guess I'm just going to go ahead with the Doji Scalper. And I need to take one of these off. All right, the Doji Scalper. The way that I like to use Doji Scalper is, you see the support and resistance line. This is acting as a support, and this is acting as a resistance. The best moments is to realize when price is fighting against either support and resistance and catching it to go all the way to the next side. So for instance, I would like to use this in a combination of ways. Using this together with the lower lows and the lower highs. You can wait for a doji sell or for a doji buy and have it coincide together with the lower highs. For instance, we have a doji sell, like this is a perfect example right here. Look to have multiple confirmations. Use these tools together to find the precise entry. We have a doji sell that's hidden right behind the lower high. You have the sell signal and you have resistance to the top of this resistance line created by the Doji Scalper. So at this point, when you have all these signals together, you can simply go in for a short on BTC from here down to the supporting line in Doji Scalper. And if you go into the settings, we'll go right here. And the settings again are giving me some issues. There it is. You can go ahead and turn, let's say, weak reversals off and just focus on RSI support and resistance and focus on show reversals and show doji signals. So look for a doji signal together with the lower high tool, which is in our main indicator, and a sell signal to have multiple confirmations and take your trade down to the opposite end. You could take your trade right down to the opposite support or resistance on the RSI line. I hope that answered your question. Next one, ALV Gaming, what's up? Okay, I want to ask when exactly V3 for the Betel signal position, buy and sell will be announced, or auto scanner setting for the market. I'm going to announce the next update to Trusted Signals at the end of this live stream. So the exact date on when it's going to be released, stick around. Please stick around, and I will announce it at the end. Is the Fib trend and Fib channel different? The Fib trend, so in Fib channel, here we have the Fibonacci. Where is it? The Fibonacci channel. The Fibonacci channel is basically a Fibonacci trend. You can use this standard. Oh, sorry. You could use the standard with TradingView, but it's not one of our tools. And if you're asking if it's the same thing, it is the same thing, Fib channel and Fib trend. Let me see. What else we got going on? Can you put a 4-way chart back up again, please? 4 hour. This is the 4 hour for BTC. Is it possible to auto calculate the strategy win rate on TradingView? That really isn't a Trusted Signals question. I'm not really sure what you mean by auto calculate a strategy. You actually can test the strategy on TradingView, but that's a total different topic. So you can test and back test the strategy, but first you need to make a script. So you would have to code it. So Scalper. We have 2 Scalper tools. I just went over the Doji Scalper. How to remove false signals served by lowering settings of pair. All right. I think that's a good question. And I wouldn't call them false signals. These signals are based on price action. So notice when the signals are coming in. I'm going to go for another example. Let's use US 30 here. I would not call them false signals because each of these signals really do come in at a precise moment on price action. You have to understand the bigger picture of the market. So by understanding the bigger picture, I mean understanding all time frames. And you need to be aware on where you are with price on the higher time frames before you take a signal on the lower time frames. So for instance, let's just go into the 1 minute all the way down, zoomed in. First, let's get out of these settings that are not for US 30. There you go. Okay. For instance, notice where we are on the 1 minute. It really depends on what signal you're going to look for. What signal are you going to look for, and which signal are you going to take? It really depends on where you are on the higher time frames. So by understanding where you are on the daily, for instance, look where we are on the daily on US 30. After the market pushing so much to the top, look at this humongous move that happened on a long. Going long here, you don't have so much of a probability to catch a nice long that is going to sustain in a long period of time. So the best advice is to understand where you are on the higher time frames. Check out the daily, check out the 4 hour. Now right here, why would you take a buy signal at this moment? I would anticipate the sell signal, anticipate the next sell signal. So when you see price reacting against, let's say, the Doji Scalper and the RSI resistance, anticipate when the next sell signal is going to come and take the proceeding next sell signal. If you want less signals to show, just bring the reactivity down and bring down the depth. The depth is going to make, if you bring down the depth, it's going to make the signals come sooner. If you bring down the reactivity, for instance, let's just go. Let's just show you hands-on. And 1 second. By the way, I hope you guys caught that US 30 trade, the one on the analysis report. I did say the sell signal on our Discord chat, which came into profit and hit TP. Okay, something is happening here. It's the streaming. It is the streaming. I mean, can you put the BTC Doge again, live stream? Thanks. Oh, okay, yeah. You want to have, as soon as I get off this live stream, we'll have the other live stream up. Can you elaborate more about how these indicators are based on price action? Maybe for an example. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in to where the sell signals are. Look where they come in. They're coming in at these points where price is reacting on the lower lows and the lower highs and the higher highs and the higher lows, the lower lows and the higher lows. Look at them everywhere each time. Low, low, higher low, higher low, higher high, lower high, lower high, lower high. They're allowing you to see when the lower lows and the higher lows are based on a code that was created with trusted signals. So if you're able to implement these signals to understand the direction of the market, that's how you're going to profit the most. Understanding how price is moving, understanding how price moves, and this is what I mean by price action. I hope that answered that question. A moving average would have a higher winning rate. That's funny. you can go ahead and go win some with your moving average. Okay, because we had a whole bunch of users winning with our tools, including me. So good luck with that, buddy. Do you suggest any specific reactivity? My suggestion is to bring it real low as possible, and adjusting it accordingly to each chart. With each chart, it's a little different. So getting used to and familiar with each chart is going to give you the upper hand. That's what I do. I focus on one chart at a time and get the settings down on one chart at a time. Which setting is best for entries? Is it lowering settings or higher settings? I think I answered that question here. What is going on with this? I want to show you guys in live so you can see what the settings are doing. Okay, once again, look what happens when I bring this low. Boom. I have a whole bunch of settings on the reactivity. So on the reactivity, I have for US 30 it around 2.4. So that way I don't get bombarded with a whole bunch of signals. And the depth, I have it low so it could come as soon as possible. We'll just go ahead and hit OK, and it should move. Okay, something is happening with this. So bringing the depth is going to have it react faster. Bringing the reactivity low is going to have more signals come in. So it really depends on what style trader you are. If you're going to be scalping, if you're going to be taking long trades for, let's say, swing, then you would have the reactivity higher for less signals. Okay, so here's a really good thing. Simple confirmations on buy and sell signals is what we really need. The thing to understand is there is not one indicator that is going to tell you the perfect buy and sell. It just doesn't exist. What does exist is having multiple confirmations that's going to make you understand the bigger picture of the market to get in at the right time and to exit at the right time. That's what trusted signals are. That's what trusted signals is. This is what we have created. We've created an indicator for you to have multiple confirmations. This is why we highly recommend to have 9 indicators. We recommend for you to filter through them and use the ones that resonate most with you. So this is why I'll have my go-tos is the RSI, the buy and sell indicator, the higher highs and the higher lows, and the auto support and resistance. So having multiple confirmations by multiple indicators is the right time. Don't just base your entry on a buy and sell. Don't just say, here's a buy, I'm going to buy. Here's a sell, I'm going to sell. Understand that you should have multiple confirmations together to give you the precise entry. Because if anybody tells you that they have just one buy and sell signal that's going to make you a bunch of money, and that every time a sell signal comes, you can press sell, every single time a buy signal comes, they are lying to you. They are lying to you because it is multiple confirmations. The best traders do not take the trade based on one confirmation. There's not one trader that does that. It's a set of a bunch of rules together that gives the people that are professionals a profitable experience and career in trading. So that's something that I really need to stress. You need to put everything together on the bigger picture. For example, an artist that does painting, what does he use to create the canvas, the beautiful piece of work? Is he using one brush? Is he using only one color? No, he's using multiple brushes for different strokes. He's using multiple colors to make the painting. This is what Trusted Signals is. Trusted Signals has multiple tools for you to create the masterpiece, which is in this case, the perfect trade. All right, looks like a very nice old signal. When I took those, it repaint and hit stop loss. Our signals do not repaint, so I don't really know what you mean by it repaint. So this is a non-repaint signal. Trusted Signals is non-repaint. So I don't know what you are talking about there. Any pair with best winning rate. How tools are good with gold. Gold is extremely, extremely good with Trusted Signals. Look at our last live stream. I broke down how to do the analysis on gold, and it went into profit. So we have multiple tools for you to use and capitalize off these trades using Trusted Signals and understanding price action and understanding where you are in the market, where the market is going. Can you look at Euro try equals? Not sure what you meant by that. Sir, you mean that when a buy came, we have to buy it oversold, and sell come, we have to sell at overbought? Yes, that is a very good question. Let me answer this one. Who said this? This was Asmad. For instance, look at the RSI. Look at the RSI right here. I'm going to bring this down low. Check this out. Look what happened right here. RSI is showing that it's oversold. This reversal point, this buy signal, look how much of a movement happened after this. Look at this. Look at that movement. And let me go ahead and turn on auto support and resistance. Auto support and resistance. Oh, excuse me. Let's show trend lines. This is a cool feature that we have. I personally like to draw my own trend lines. But for people who don't know how to draw trend lines, we have a auto trend line in our main indicator. So it helps you understand how to draw trend lines. Really cool feature. I don't use it because I enjoy painting my canvas and I draw my own trend lines. Okay, look at this perfect example. Someone asked about oversold and overbought markets and using Trusted Signals. The RSI Oscillator Divergence tool that we have tells you automatic divergence in the market. For instance, it's a bearish divergence and market is going up, but the RSI is going down. What happens after? Market actually pulls down. Now look at this. For example, again, this reversal, which is the Doji Scalper buy signal, oversold market, 1, 2, 3. Hitting the RSI support line, 4. 4 confirmations. Time to enter. You need to wait for these moments. And then if you turn on the auto support and resistance, bam. A couple pips right below the auto support and resistance, which is going to make you a safe exit. Boom. 8,550 pips or 855 pips. Bam! Just like that. So you can't tell me that it's not working, because I'm showing you right here that it's multiple confirmations, which is going to make you become a profitable trader together as one tool. All right. Based on the indicator, we got Mark Higgins. What's up, Mark? Based on all the indicators that you provide, do you have a preferred set that you'll use for multiple confirmations? Yes, I do, Mark Higgins. Shout out Mark Higgins for asking a wonderful question. So what I like to use personally, let's put this one off. The main indicator let's go. I turn on the higher highs and the higher lows, the weekly higher highs and higher lows, turn those things on, and I use the RSI. That's it. I use that all the time. Now, if I am going into a scalping trade, then I'll use the support and resistance scalper all the time. I do sometimes use a Doji Scalper, but that's on days that I'm scalping. I'm not scalping all the time. I'm more of a long-term swing trader. I do scalp, but my idea is to be able to catch the long moves. So I basically use those together to get my multiple confirmations, and I want to go ahead and show you firsthand, because basically what it does, it's going to show you very important key levels in the market. It's going to show you key levels. It's going to show you higher highs, higher lows. It's going to show you weekly lows, weekly highs, daily lows, and daily highs. So if you are, let's say, on the 1 minute, you could see that you're on a daily low. It's going to be unlikely that it's going to break that low. So you could go ahead and look for a long. And then you can see on the RSI that it's oversold. You're going to look for a long. Or you could see that it's overbought. What is going on with this? We got it. All right. These right here. Daily lower. Daily HL. Monthly. There you go. Boom. Turn all these on. And swing points. See? Higher high, higher low. These are the moments that you want to enter together with the buy and sell. For instance, you're at a lower high and a sell signal comes in. This is a perfect opportunity to go short. A higher low, a buy. The RSI shows oversold. Perfect time to buy. This is what I'm doing on a constant basis. The Discord chat speaks for itself. The trades that I put speak for itself. Let me just go ahead and go to Discord. Discord chat, where I post the trades that I take, the analysis. I show the profits that I make, very transparent. So if you haven't joined our Discord chat, join the Discord chat. In order for you to get all the signals that I personally put and the analysis that I put, you need to be a VIP member. So let's just go into post profits. Shout out Calvin for doing that right here. Look at this trade. I did this on the last live session. I broke down when to go in for a short and what to look for. I made this right here with trusted signals and the analysis using those confirmations. And I put it on the chat like before it even happened. So let's go into trade ideas. Right here. Right there. Before it happened, before it happened. This is before it happened. While it was happening. And here we're going to go to post your profits. When it happened. So that is what I use together. I like to use these right here. What you see right here is what I'm using together. Next one. What do we got? Shout out Asmad. Yes, Asmad caught that trade with us. Which time frame is best to trade US 30 on? US 30 on. Again, my boy Lloyd Stewart. Shout out Lloyd. Thank you so much for participating in this live. What's really important when trading US 30 is understanding where you are in the market. Look at all the time frames. Don't get stuck on just one. Don't get stuck on just one time frame. So start off with looking at the higher time frames. On this higher time frame, on the daily, starting with the daily, just start with basic trend lines. With the ray, boom. All right, so let's go. And one right here. I'm going to go on a replay and go right here. Okay, so you're in the daily, right? You're looking at the daily. You just started your day. You just got your coffee. It's 9 o'clock. Market just opened, and you're looking at the market. You're seeing that the daily is at a very high point. If you are stuck, and then people say, oh, the five minute is where you have to do the entry. You're stuck at the 5 minute. And you're thinking that it may go long because you see a little push to the top here. Push to the top. It's starting to move up. And you go for a long, but you're all the way in the top on the daily. You're going to get taken out. You're going to get taken out. So start off with looking at the higher time frames and use the RSI for the higher time frames. I use the RSI on the higher time frames, understand where I am in the market, then I decide and execute the trade accordingly. On the entries, I'll go in on the lower entries. So first starting off on the daily, then going into the 4 hour. You see previous daily high. You would see this, which would have been a perfect time to sell. Let's say we're here right now, currently at this time. Then you go into the 1 hour. You make something like this. You see, you would want to see a break of this daily low. You'd want to see a break of this support. You'd want to see a break of this trend line. So let's go ahead and press play. And wait for it. Now, boom, you just saw that break of this trend line. Maybe you want to take this here to there. Let's go into the 30 minute. You see this break of the trend line. You see it fail to continue to climb higher. Taking a short from here to the daily low would be sufficient. And let's go into the 5 minute chart. Another thing I would consider is turning things on and off. Look at it, understand where you are, and then execute. So once I understand where I am, I'll turn these things on, turn them off. And here's a perfect example. On this 5 minute, you have the support and resistance line. It breaks. It pulls back. It shows right here failure to make it back into the zone. This right here is a bearish hammer. That right there is perfect time for you to short. You have the sell signal up here, and just you could continue to wait to have a confirmation of breaking this here. Press play. You wait. See if it pulls back. I would have went in short right here. I'm already seeing this break here. And coming for a pullback. Check this out. Check this out. EMA cloud is another one that I use a lot. So now it is reacting on the EMA cloud. And if this thing doesn't reverse, go in short. If it reverses and the EMA cloud is starting to turn blue, then you know you need to wait. Let's just see what happens here. See what happens. It's doing a retest on the 5 minute. A resistance line came in. Boom! Just going short right there. And you could have collected it to this little point here. That right there is a nice amount of pips. Let's see what this is. $26 pips. Easy. Partials. Sell signal. All right, now let's wait for the EMA to turn red. And remember, we're at the top of the daily right now. We are at the top of the daily right now. So now I'm waiting for this EMA to turn red. And if it doesn't, I'm not going to take a long at the top of the daily. I'm not going to take a long. Why risk it? While this goes, I'm going to ask another question here. This is my watch list that I have going on. This is my watch list. This is what I look at. Another example right here, look. Okay, right here. Boom. Again, remember, top of the daily, right? We're all the way up here in the daily, looking for the precise moment to go short. Then you go into the smaller time frames. Let's say the 5-minute. A sell signal comes in. Go short here. Oh. Short. Stop loss right here. Let's go. I chose a super random spot too. At this point, I would have put my stop loss in profit right around here because it's about 26 pips. Always, I put it in the Discord chat, 26 pips. 25 pips, stop loss in profit. Boom! Look at that. Come on. So what are you saying? Who's saying something that it doesn't work when I just showed you that it clearly worked? Where'd it go? And I messed up. On the 5-minute, let's go ahead and try to find that point. Here we are. I'm gonna go in for a vertical line. Let's go right back to that point because we had some people saying that he's a engineer or something. Where is he at? All right, I just chose someone super random. Back to the example. Where is this guy? Where was he? Okay, Gerardo Alvarez. Gerardo, I'm a financial engineer and WTF. Why do people believe in TA? IG doesn't exist. The price is random variable. We use a mathematical models for stocks. Bro, let these people save their money. This guy, all right, let me just show you again the reason why this is working, okay? Again, multiple confirmations. You have to use the tools with your own discernment. Sell signal comes in. EMA cloud is turning red. We're at the top of the daily. We're going into the 5-minute now, okay? I want to say, let's check out the 4-hour. Just to be safe, I could make my exit right here on this trend line that I created on the 4-hour. So let's go back onto the 5-minute. And I did this before going playback because I pressed play on a random place. Super random place. And let's go over here. Boom. Hit TP. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about that you need multiple confirmations, and this is what our tools do. It gives you the multiple confirmations that you need to become successful in the market. That's what Trusted Signals is. Trusted Signals gives you the multiple confirmations for you to go ahead and enter at the precise moment. That's what it is for. Now, look at this sell signal. Look at the EMA cloud red. Look at this sell signal, EMA cloud red, writing it down to the previous auto support that was made. And it hit TP. I'm just going to start skipping those hater comments. All right. How many people do we have on right now? 31. All right. So I think this is now the time for me to announce the release date on V3 with Dynamic Take Profit. We have Dynamic Take Profit dropping October 1st. And October 1st is also the day that we announce the winner for the lifetime membership. So October 1st, we're going to announce the lifetime membership giveaway. If you haven't participated yet, you better hurry up because time is going and it's September 25th. So we're going to launch October 1st, Dynamic TP, the new update to Trusted Signals, and we're going to announce the winner. I hope that I was able to answer enough of your guys' questions in this live. Thank you so much for participating. And by the way, pretty soon, we're going to start giving out merch for the Trusted Signals family. Check it out. Currently in Dubai right now. We're going to go to the Forex Expo. Trusted Signals is going to be at the Forex Expo, Dubai 2020. So we're definitely going to have some Trusted Signal gear. Let's go. Once again, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and put this. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. I hope I was able to answer your questions. Next week, we're going to do another live trade, a live trade for all the members and for people who are just looking and stopping by through YouTube. I already threw down some gems showing people exactly how to use our tools and my proper way of analysis, which clearly went into profit this week. So next week, stay tuned again, like and subscribe. And thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this live stream. Trusted Signals family, let's go!